All right, testing 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're going live again. We are on day 49 doing a blood moon. I have created, I don't know, somewhere in the range of like 4,500, 5,000 rounds of AP ammo for my turrets. I've also put a fourth turret, a 9mm turret into effects. So the first turret that got all the action the first time, where the one was sitting off, I've put a 9mm over there to see if the 9mm ones use less ammo for the amount of devastation they do. But we've got a little bit of time, and so we're going to just see how things are working. And I'm just checking on my stream, making sure, yeah, everything looks good. So, all right, now, the one thing we do have that I haven't thought about, I have these robotic turrets. And I'm wondering, if I made some robotic turret ammo and put that in them, could I do that and protect the little chute that comes through my shooting gallery? And so let's see, robotic turret ammo. So robotic turret ammo. For that it just requires lead. I'm not going to have much of that. I don't know how much lead I will have. Can I do that over here? No. So yeah, we may not be able to do that. So I don't know that I have that much lead available, because I've melted most of it. I have 337. I don't think I'm going to have... Yeah, I don't have a bunch of lead available because I've melted it mostly into bullet tips. So maybe that one will have to wait for another time, because I do not have what I need for making robotic turret ammo. And so that requires lead too, so even the AP one does. So yeah, maybe that one will just have to wait. So we'll put this back. We won't worry about it. We'll just do our regular turrets. But you can see I have, see, this is what, 9, 27, 28, 29, 30, or sorry, 29, yeah, 30. So I have 4,500 7.62 AP ammo, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So actually 7, because one of this is 44 Magnum ammo. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 2,100 9mm AP ammo. Oh, I need to go start this up before the day starts. This would be bad. Oh, it's already going, so we're good. Whoop. And now I just fell where I don't want to go. Okay, I had forgotten whether or not I had that even on. And so let's go over here. Let's see, do we have our headlamp on? Nope. Let's go over here and get ready because the blood moon's about to start. Let's see what happens. Explain that wasn't working. No, that one's shooting birds. Fired. Is this one already out? Yes, it's already out. one not working? I have no idea why that one's not working. We'll take time to load this up. This one not working. It's not powered. Somehow the power got cut to it. Yeah. Let's see, we need this. Fun part's going to be getting down to it. The power of that. Let's see. Okay, we need and it's still not working. So for some reason that one does not want to work. I have no idea why. Is this not working? It's showing to not be powered up. Well, that's interesting. Now it's starting to work. For some reason it was toggled off. So the game had toggled all of the settings of that one off. Even though I hadn't touched it. That one's empty. That's why they kept coming through the tower and getting me, was just literally well, I was looking at the one and why it wasn't working, the other one ran out of ammo. I love that. Armor-piercing ammo, and you get multiple zombies at one time. So I need to get some... grab some first aid. Don't seem to be triggering the guns very much. Okay. This one is out. Yelling and screaming, but okay. See him spawning in. Let's see, does this one still have ammo? No. Wow, this thing runs out of ammo fast. almost none came from here. This area never gets activated. But that was interesting. So we used quite a bit of ammo again. So we have 8. So total that we have left is 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not quite 11. So that's 1,647 rounds of ammo left. And that's, I even have my gun loaded. Yeah, basically. So that used, being that I started out with 4,500 rounds of ammo on that one. And on the other one I have 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1,200, so 1,299 is what I have left on the 9mm out of 2,100. So yeah, it used a lot of ammo, a whole lot of ammo. But once I figured out that the game had turned off all my settings on that gun for some reason, I have no idea why it would be all turned off. Got it working. Again, just some of the bugs the game has in it. I would have never gone in there and turned off all the targeting settings on my gun, ever. That's not something I do. I set it up and I make sure they're set. I don't unset them. Alright, so we're going to need to empty our pockets. We got, again, lots and lots of bags. So that was interesting. Sorry I wasn't paying attention to chat, but hello if you're still here. I was too busy dealing with Blood Moon and game doing weird stuff. So we got that, we're good. Alright, so let's finish picking up blue bags. So what all do we have? Because this was the area where most of the people came in at first, and then it just kind of went dead. Okay. Yeah, this is actually, I started at day 21 running the Blood Moon a lot more often, so this is actually like the 10th Blood Moon I've run on this profile. Because all I do is if I want to run a Blood Moon, I'll just go into the sandbox options, change the world up to where it's like Blood Moon every 2 or 3 days. And so that's why I'm getting more advanced numbers, but I also have it turned down where I'm only getting, I don't get anything that's feral or above, because I don't like all the other special zombies. So it's just the normal strong zombies and things. So that's what I like about the new update, is it does give us the ability to basically turn it back like it was in, previous versions. But yeah, other than the glitch with the one turret gun not working, because the game turned it all off. see. Let's see. And we are back to full again. I wish they'd give us a way to expand the backpack on our character. They give us vehicle storage mods and different size crates, but don't give us the ability to have different size backpacks. What was that I just took? It did. Okay. Well, time to find the pockets again. Yeah, I mean, that's what I did was I don't like all of the super grind and where they made some of the stuff cost 10 times more resources than it used to. And so I turned all the resource stuff down to 25% cost. The problem is, for example, when you go to build your chemistry station, it'll tell you you need, instead of 3 cooking pots, you need 1. It won't let you build it unless you have 3. Some of it, you still have to have 100% of the resources, even though it tells you you don't need but a half or a quarter, because I tried putting it on different settings. And so some of those settings are bugged. If they don't work, try using the full ingredients. Even though it tells you your ingredients, you have everything you need and you can craft it, it won't let you. If that ever happens, just grab all the ingredients that you would have normally needed and it'll let you do it. But let's see, what do we do? Empty in pockets. But yeah, they've introduced a lot of bugs in this one. I've had it literally freeze up and lock up I don't know how many times now. I was running from the snow biome into the wasteland, and just as I got near one of the big POIs, one of the big quarry POIs, as I came running up on that with my motorcycle, it just literally locked up and died, and it's been doing that a lot. And I've never had that problem in the past. So while there's a lot of fun things they did with this, there's a lot of glitchy, bad stuff they did in it too, which is pretty normal. I do like the working clocks though. The fact that you have working wall clocks is pretty neat. So they're trying to add some features that make it more fun. But alright, so that's completely full. Yeah, I like the fact that I can turn off like the storms, because I didn't like the storms. I always thought it was stupid to make it so that when I'm going around during the daytime that they turned on a storm that would kill me, and so I had to just run into a house and sit there and do nothing. That didn't ever make any sense. You know, I've turned off some of the biome progression because I don't enjoy having to go into the biomes in a certain order. And then they finally did change it where you could go in any order, but it was difficult. They still haven't made it so you can get all of the insulation clothing without just doing a huge scavenger hunt. And that's the problem. The devs literally in one of their streams said they wanted to make it more of a grind and a scavenger hunt, so they did succeed, and they did that way back before the 21 update. But alright, I need to figure out what I'm up to. I gotta transfer some of this stuff. So we gotta transfer. And let's see. Yeah, I think they ruined the game when they put the like 1900 magazines in it. That just destroyed the game for me. And I'm at this point. I set the magazines where for every magazine I get, it gives me three magazine points. So it basically turned it from 1900 magazines down to about 600. I've already gotten them all, and it's maxed out. So now all the magazines are just stuff that gets sold to the trader for money. And because of it, I have a ton of dukes and nothing to spend it on, because so many of the things you can only buy them from the trader now, where you used to manufacture it and make it. You'd earn the skill and make it. Now it's a lot of it's just you have to wait for it to randomly show up at a trader and buy it from the trader. But I have enough dukes, it doesn't matter. Let's see, what are we doing? I want to get food stuff. More ammo stuff. I want to do mostly food stuff. Get it put away. Food, first aid. And that one goes over here. That goes over here. Some kind of a clothing item, don't know what it is, sort it out later. Let's see. So much cloth, we don't know what to do with it all. Let's see, what else? What else did we pick up? So this is all stuff to sell. Need any of these, but I'll look at them and see if I can upgrade anything with them. Okay, so let's see, for some of these, this is where I keep stuff that I want to keep. And so that's this. The other thing that I've run into is when you're using this combine table, you've got to be careful which tool you put in which slots. Sometimes you want to switch them because they can make a huge difference in the way it upgrades them. I've had it where I had a really high grade tool and a lower grade tool that had one attribute that was really good. And if you put the low one in the top slot, the other one in the bottom slot, it'll degrade the bottom slot one. And I mean, we're talking like 20-30 points difference in capabilities on some of them. So yeah, there's definitely some bugs. Okay, let's see, what were we doing? Putting up stuff. And brass. Clothing stuff, we'll figure that out later. Building stuff. That's a weapon I'll probably never use, so I'll probably sell it later. That's first aid. And let's see, we're down to tools and things we definitely want to sell. So it's going to be easy to do that. Put these back. Okay. Now, did we miss any other bags? I could probably go turn my turrets off. Oh yeah, there's a bag I missed. So let's we pick up some ammo, some first aid, and something else to sell. Okay. And my motorcycle's in the storage bin, so we'll just run over there. It's not that far. Go. So let's see. We had 10,000 dukes on us when we started. That was about 5,800 that we made on it. The last blood moon I made like 11 or 12,000 off of it. And we'll just check his books because there's still a few books that I need that are the old style books. And you never know when they're going to show up because the restock day doesn't always mean that stuff doesn't change in his inventory. Let's see, wiring handguns. In fact, let me look, because we had something that we did that actually said we got the last of that book. So batter ups, bar brawling, fireman's almanac, hunter's journal, lucky looter. So this is one that has irritated me. I've been needing these two books for like since day 14. And I just can't get them anywhere. And that lets me make bulk ammo for 9mm. And then the other one that is this one. Oh, that's the one we got good. So now we could, so this one was one we were missing. This is the one where we hit the book and it gave us the sound that we had completed this set. Now I can bulk craft for 7.62, which is what I'm using for turrets. That one before the blood moon, I couldn't do it because it had been, again, since like day 7, this was maxed out except for one book. I finally got in. And so, all right. So, all right, that looks like everything. And I think I have a bowling alley job. Yeah. Job at the bowling alley next door. I didn't finish cleaning it out before the blood moon hit. And so, all right. Yeah, he doesn't have anything we want or need. So we'll go do this. Let's see, did they do a bunch of damage over here? Yes. Yeah, they came along and decided to beat over here for some reason, even though there's no way to get from this house into my base. So I've cut and blocked everything off. But hey, zombies aren't always that smart. But for the most part, if it wasn't for me going into here to get stuff to fix that turret and to get first aid because I was getting injured from fixing that turret, this probably wouldn't have been touched at all. Let's see, we can turn this off. Although it's used so little fuel, I might just let it run. Let's see. Let me look. It's fuel. All my tools I normally carry with me. Let's see. Yeah, see, I still have 40,000 gasoline. I've been running on this can of gasoline since the day I got the motorcycle. And I've never had to open another one. Because I gather enough as I go that it's not even an issue. Okay, so let's see, we need resources to repair stuff. Where did I put my nail gun? I don't know. It's not there. Need to figure out what of this I need to sell. Those I need to sell. I have no idea what I did with my nail gun. I hope I didn't accidentally sell it. Of course, the game might have just made it disappear too. I've had it do that, just stuff disappear out of my inventory for no reason. No, there it is. I just accidentally put it in with ammo. And there we go. That's what I needed. don't need this. So for right now, that is not needed. Okay. Okay. So it looks like they didn't do too much damage here. Let's see. That bottom spike strip disappeared in the last blood moon. This disappeared in this blood moon. So, why don't we fix that? Now it won't disappear. And why they like that spot to dig, I don't know. Because they actually put a hole in there twice now. Even though I put it as concrete, they're still digging holes in it. Again, why the zombies do things, don't know. Yeah, the rest of this looks pretty good. I might have missed something, but what was that I missed? Okay. But I think a lot of that's damage from the guns shooting it. Did we get any damage on our base? Our little shooting gallery here that used to be where we would go do all the shooting. The turrets have just completely kept the zombies from getting out here where they can even run up and do stuff. As long as the turrets are working and I keep them full of ammo, they don't seem to, the zombies don't seem to be able to get past them. So these 7.62 turrets are great. They just run out of ammo really fast. Let's see. I used to have that gun was parked right here, but then I decided it wasn't getting a good enough, it wasn't getting any ability to shoot this way. And it really couldn't shoot. It could only shoot from about here out there, and so it saw almost no use. So I moved it. Let's see. We've got lots of steel. So we'll make that steel all the way down. One of these days we'll do a paint job. We'll make it look pretty. And let's see, is there anything here that got damaged? Almost nothing. I'm almost going to bet, because of the low numbers, all of this is pretty much bullet damage from the turrets. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. One more reason for needing to do a paint job. And none of this is enough that I even really need to repair it. 1 to 5 points of damage is like nothing. All right, well, this has held up really well. And works really well, other than this fact that zombies can crawl through the holes, but that's the whole idea. So if they can crawl through the holes, they come this way. It does slow them down, so you only get a 1 or 2 at a time. So that's pretty much. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're done. Other than building some fences and seeing if I can block them from here and force them to come through this way, I don't know what else there is to do at this base. Probably need to move on to the desert or the burnt forest or something and start rebuilding again. Because I've been to every biome and met at least one trader in every biome. But I just haven't spent any time in the other biomes. And the water collector, one of them, provides way more water than you ever need. Same goes with the honey thing. It's like, I don't ever need that much. But we'll keep them going. This one, it needs to do some plants soon. It still has cotton to make honey out of. So it'll make 6 more before it runs out, I think. Yeah, I think we're pretty well. Oh, I had 10 more to put in there. I didn't put in there. So I don't need the empty jars for anything. All right, I think that's it. I don't know what else I want to do at this point. So it is almost 5:30 in the evening for me, so that's almost dinner time. I think I'm gonna sign off, go figure out what I want to make for dinner, and do that. But yeah, this blood moon went okay once I figured out why the turret wasn't working. The game had glitched the turret out and changed. You know, I have 4 turrets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on that one it had just turned all the settings off. Not sure why it did that, because in the previous blood moon that turret was working fine and had the proper settings on. Then during this blood moon it was all shut down. It wasn't powered up and was all shut down, so I'm not sure why. But all right, I think that's it. I'm going to just end the stream and figure out what I want to do for the next time. Because did I gas this up? Refuel. So I think I let it run for like 5 days. And it didn't even use half the fuel that was in it. I'm wondering if I shouldn't just leave it run all the time since it uses so little fuel. Let's see how our turrets are. That one's full. That one needs ammo. Don't have enough ammo with me to even fill it up. So that one needs ammo. That one needs ammo. Yeah, so I need to grab a little bit of ammo, not much. I've got enough. I need to make more though, because they use so much ammo. Again, over 3,000 rounds per blood moon. Let's see, this one I filled up. I think. Yes. Almost. Alright, lock. So that one's full of armor-piercing ammo. That one's full of armor-piercing ammo. And it's turned on. This one is now full of armor-piercing ammo too. And then I think I had that one already full. Yes. Okay. So they're all full, all turned on. This has been 2 points. 10 points. 16 points. So not much damage. That one was over 100 points damage, 121. But for the most part, this is surviving unscathed. Just very little damage. That's the nice thing of having these scaffolding on the outside. You can actually crawl on the outside of it to repair it if you want to. And sometimes you fall off, so you just jump back up. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape. All right, well, that's it. I'm going to sign off. Anybody that watched, I appreciate it. I do this mainly just because I like to keep up on OBS and YouTube and what it requires to stream or upload, although I don't do a lot of it anymore. Sometimes I just do it because it's fun. All right. And that's it, and I'll be out of here.